What's good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here, and welcome back to the channel. And I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. And as you can see by the title and the thumbnail of the video, we are going to be reviewing a Sacai sneaker that I am personally excited for. I haven't seen a lot of buzz, I haven't seen a lot of hype on the sneaker, but for me, I do really enjoy the way that this sneaker is designed and what it represents, especially with the Sacai brand. So I'm definitely going to be doing a review on it. So before you even consider this video, guys, please make sure that you smash that subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, definitely be sure to share with all of your friends and your family and all that, because again, your boy just hit that 7K milestone. But in order for the channel to continue growing, we got to hit more and more milestones. So with that being out of the way, let's just get right into what you came here for, which is none other than the Nike and Sacai Zegamadome. And for me, this is 100% a cop, but I definitely want to hear what y'all think about it in the comment section down below. Is it a cop or drop to y'all? And the reason why I think that this is a cop is due to the fact that I love how Sacai and Nike was actually able to collaborate and bridge the gap between two trail running sneakers. And this kind of goes into the history of the sneaker, so let's just get right into it. So pretty much this sneaker is a combination of the Nike Zegamadome, which actually came out in 2022, and that's pretty much a trail running sneaker, but it's also combined with the original ACG line Nike Lava Dome, which came out in 1989. And that was one of Nike's first trail running type of sneakers. So I do love how they was able to marry both sneakers together and then put the Sacai twist on it. So at the bottom, we do have the Lava Dome sole. However, as you guys know with Sacai, they always do like a double everything. So we do have the double Nike check right here, as well as a double midsole, which definitely reminds me of their original 2019 collaboration, which was the Sacai waffles. And I think that that's one of the best sneakers to ever be made from a collaboration standpoint. And I do think that this stands up with it as well. Understandably, nothing is going to beat the OG Nike Sacai waffle. However, I do think that this is a return to form, because in the past couple of years with the Sacai collaborations that we've been getting, I personally haven't been too crazy about it. So again, that's just my take on it. So now let's just get right into the box details. And pretty much with the box details, we have our standard Nike Sacai box, which I truly enjoy, which is that all orange box with this kind of glossy, transparent Nike logo right here. But when we go into this side, you can see this stylized N for Nike. And then when we actually go into the other side of the box, you can see that it does have the IKE, which basically spells out Nike. And if you were to have two pairs of these sneakers, you were to put one side of the box with the N and just line it up with this, it would just fully spell out Nike and connect, which is a very nice touch. And then when going onto this side of the box right here, you can see that sticker tag, and it does read off as Nike Zegamadome SP, which stands for Special Projects. And the colorway shown is matte silver, tour yellow, and black. Then when it comes to the sizing of the sneaker, I went with my standard true to size, which is a size 8. And when putting these sneakers on, man, they are super comfortable. They feel so great on feet. I can't even emphasize how comfortable it actually is. I don't know if it's due to the Zoom X or the double padded midsole. Whatever it is, it's a very comfortable ride when you're walking in these sneakers. And I just have a true love for trail type of sneakers, even though I'm not a trailer. I don't go on any type of hikes or anything like that. But I do love the comfort and the stability that this sneaker actually has. Something else that I do want to mention is that although I believe that the Nike Sacai waffle is a superior release from a design perspective in comparison to the Zegamadomes, I do have to say that the Zegamadomes definitely have a huge edge when it comes to comfort and stability. And if you guys ever owned a pair of the Sacai waffles, you would know that although it wasn't an uncomfortable sneaker, if you would just turn your heel or your ankle in a certain direction, the sneaker will literally just go like that real quick. And depending on who you are or how much you weigh or the fragility of your ankle, that quick turn right there could definitely cause an ankle sprain. You could hurt your ankle. I wouldn't say break, because you would probably have to be sprinting in them or something like that for something extreme like that to happen. But I do have to say that although I love the design of that sneaker, they definitely wasn't the most stable. But with these, they're perfect. So anyways, so moving on from that, let's just go right into the box details right here. And when you pretty much open this box, we do have the standard regular packaging that we've had since 2019. So we do have some Nike and Sacai wax tissue paper right there. And then the sneakers are wrapped in some regular white wax tissue paper. And that's pretty much going to conclude all of the box details. And now I'm focusing onto the details of this awesome sneaker right here. Something that I do want to mention pretty briefly is that we do have a low cut profile of this sneaker. But something that I do want to mention or emphasize is the fact that for the 1989 Lava Dome sneakers, they came in a high top cut, which was called the Lava Domes. However, it had a low cut as well, which was called the Son of the Lava Dome. So That's just a distinction that I do want to mention right there. And I do think that it was a pretty nice touch that they went with the lower cut. And I just think Sacai overall just does better when they do a low cut sneaker. Something else that I do want to mention about the materials is that there are a lot of premium materials on the sneaker. We do have a nice heavy suede right here. And depending on what direction you push the suede, you do get that backstroke motion, which pretty much identifies or emphasizes that this is a good quality of suede that's on the sneaker. And then we do have some regular suedes on the sneaker as well, but then we do have a lot of rubberized material, which is just going to emphasize a sort of trail-like feature to the sneaker. So then when going into this toe box area right here, we do have a very small toe box. So what you can see right here is this reinforced rubberized toe cap. This toe cap definitely protects the big toe as well as the rest of the feet, which I think is really important from a trailing perspective. But to be fair, I don't even know that the people that are going to be buying the sneaker is actually going to be using it for trailing. However, I can see how this is very functional and stylish at the same exact time. Then when looking at the mudguard area of the shoe, this is where we have some of the softer suede, not the hairy suede, just that soft area of suede right there. Then moving towards the top of the shoe, you can see that we do have these black and 3M laces, as well as these yellow and black laces right here. So we do have a thicker yellow and black laces with a kind of trim, slim, black and 3M lace, which I think is a very nice touch because when you put the flashlight on it, it's definitely going to make the shoe pop a lot. And then when focusing onto the eyelets of the shoe, you can see that we do have this kind of folded over plastic material in the silver colorway. And when looking at the tongue itself, we do have this nice canvas tongue. Definitely feels really durable as well as breathable because we do have it in this knit material, which I think is a pretty nice touch. And then when going towards the top of the tongue tab, you can see that we do have this Nike and Sacai logo right there, which is definitely fire. Then when going onto this lateral side of the shoe, this is where we're greeted with some premium materials as well as some rubberized materials. So we do have that nice high quality suede as I mentioned earlier, and we do have these kind of 2 dots right here. And what's a big staple to Sacai is that double Nike check right there. And as you can see right there, they have it in this highlighted yellow, and then they have an outline yellow, which I think is a pretty nice touch. And then under that panel is this rubberized material, which I definitely believe is going to be used for the flexibility when you tie your laces so that you can lock it in with this black lace. So I think that's a really nice touch. Then when going towards the back heel area of the shoe, now we do have this nice black pull tab right here, as well as that same kind of silver plastic material that was used on the eyelets of the sneaker. Then when going onto the medial side of the shoe, the same thing pretty much follows with the lateral side, so there's nothing else to report other than the fact that it does not have that double Nike swoosh, but it is what it is on that, guys. And then finally, when going onto the midsole of the sneaker, we do have this Nike logo right here, as well as the Vibram. And if you guys aren't familiar with Vibram at this point, they've been around for a very long time, especially if you guys are familiar with any type of UGG boots. They all use the Vibram midsoles, which is very durable, breathable, as well as lightweight, leading to a comfortable ride when you are wearing those type of sneakers. So love to see Vibram on the sneaker itself. And then when looking at the bottom of this midsole, we do have that Zoom X cushioning on the sneaker, which is going to lead to a very bouncy, responsive, and comfortable ride. So before we conclude it, let's just go right into this outsole right here. So as you can see, we have these deep rubberized grooves right here, which is definitely going to be used to lock your foot into the ground or the mud or the dirt or the sand, wherever you're going to be running with the sneaker. This is definitely going to have that nice extra grip to it. Then as I mentioned earlier, with this being a Vibram midsole and outsole, is going to be a very durable, breathable, and lightweight outsole, which is going to lead to a comfortable ride. And one final thing before I conclude this review, guys, is going to be the insole itself. So the insole isn't nothing fancy. It isn't nothing like strong or it looks great or anything like that. It's just a standard Nike insole right here with the screen printed Nike Sacai brand in detail right there. And pretty much with that being said, guys, that's going to conclude the history as well as the details of the shoe. So now let's get right into this on for luck, all right? Alright, y'all, so that's going to conclude the reviews as well as the on for look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Definitely let me know what you think about this Nike and Sacai Zegamadome SP collaboration. I do think that this is literally a special project. I don't see any hype around it, which is really shocking because the silhouette itself, the comfort, the stability, functionality of the sneaker is a 10 out of 10 in my opinion, but I definitely want to hear what y'all think about it in the comment section down below. So other than that, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're already subscribed to the channel, definitely be sure to share with your friends and your family and all that, because again, we want this channel to continue to grow, and I cannot do that without y'all help. So I'll catch y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace.